Hello, I'm Edward Fenton Frizzell, and I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm Mark Brantley Whitford Shepherd, the third.
You're so posh.
Mm,
So, this is the audio and visual commentary for the big rivalry.
Is it a photo?
It's a photo. So, we made this film back in 2010, and it was released...
2010?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Wow.
And it was released in 2011.
Yes.
So, how does it sit with you now, retrospectively?
It's nice going back to it, actually, and just getting a look at it again after all that time. It is alarming that it was that long ago.
Yeah.
Just makes you wonder what you've done with your life.
But yeah, it feels like we were shooting it like a year ago.
Yeah, it does. It's still so fresh in my mind.
I vividly remember this scene at Max and Zeb's, who provided their bedroom for the... I don't know why it's funny, but...
well, it's the only action that's been in there for a while.
Well,
so
I didn't want to say it,
hey.
but there you go. Yeah, and it genuinely feels like yesterday we were doing that.
Oh, yeah, I can remember it clear as day, being up there. It's because it was late at night as well we had to do it, wasn't it? Obviously, can't have the light streaming in the window.
No.
So it was 11, 12 at night, wasn't it? I think we were doing this.
Yeah, it was quite early on in the production as well. It wasn't the first thing we did, but I think it was quite early on.
One of the very early things we did.
And everyone wasn't disillusioned with it and whatever else. But I remember it being difficult, challenging, but fun. It was challenging for me because I was in it and filming it at the same time.
Yeah.
But fun that I think because like all the main cast were there.
It was the first. Yeah, it was the first shoot with everyone there sort of in it, wasn't it? And it was nice to get everyone in the same room.
Yeah.
Even if some people were just dead for the whole scene, you know.
Yes. Of course, Maxine's part originally. Am I right in thinking that, or was it? Yeah, it was Maxine's.
It was a male part, wasn't it? Yeah, it was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be Dave Bass was going to play it, and then couldn't do it. And we kind of went a different angle with it. And I can't imagine it the other way now.
No, I think the added layer that it gave it, with the whole it being a lesbian relationship.
Yeah.
I think definitely added some depth to it that perhaps wouldn't have been there, in the original one.
Yeah.
It still would have had some weight to it, but I think it gave it an extra that extra level.
It's a bit scandalous, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a scandal.
Not that it is scandalous, but it's...
the idea being that it's kind of not really set in any specific time.
Yeah.
There's obviously, it's modern day, but at the same time, it feels like it's set in the past. And back then, that would have been much more of a scandal.
Yeah, well,
so you can take that as you want.
Exactly. I've always gone with the theory that the big rivalry is set in an alternative 2010.
Absolutely, yeah.
That, like, the filmmaking techniques and everything haven't progressed since the 50s. And, the attitudes are the same.
Yes, while perhaps technology has moved on, style hasn't.
No, exactly.
And a lot of these things have... stayed in the past.
We've made several films together, and I think personally, Big Rivalry is the one that seems the most timeless visually.
Absolutely, yes. I think that's but that is perhaps because, like I said, we shot it in black. We didn't shoot it in black and white, but it is black and white.
It was always going to be black and white.
Yeah, and that sort of does. It takes away a lot of that colour, which does make a film age. You can always tell a film shot whenever, just the colour of the clothing as much as anything.
Absolutely, yeah. Even sometimes, I can because I obviously studied film and everything, but like the grade of the film stock used and stuff, you can tell from that. I remember when we were first talking about the film, visually it was going to look different to this. It was going to be like really crushed blacks and whites, so it was going to be really like sharp contrast, like literally black and white.
I think I was of a similar opinion.
Probably a bit like Sin City, I think, is a bit like that.
Yep.
And I remember I started editing it and took the colour out, and it's grayscale rather than black and white. Right. And instantly I was like, oh, actually, this is a lot more 50s than it was the other way. And then we move into the title sequence now, which I think this is the first time I ever did an animated one. And I mean, it's the first time Simon, who did them, had done one as well. And I remember distinctly. I mean, I love the characterizations of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's very cool.
Captures it very well.
I remember the night we came up with it, I was there like storyboarding it and drawing out the frames, and just being like, now do this one, now do this one, and kind of they were getting more elaborate.
I mean,
like this bit.
It was a great idea, though. I mean, it gave it that sort of almost that Pink Panther feel to it, where you just cut into that animated title sequence, which again gave it that air of, when was this film made? It's obviously a film that's made now, but could have been made back then, and I liked it. I just think it added to that style we were already going for, which I think was really good.
Seen that in a while.
And I mean, obviously, Simon has done a fabulous job of this. It's,
certainly made the most of his.
He's obviously made himself look very good. Yes, very nice. Well done, Simon. But there's obviously, and there's a couple of little cheeky Easter eggs in there.
If you go through
nice to
frame by frame,
absolutely
you'll probably find it.
It's fantastic. I enjoy watching it. I enjoyed it at the time when I first saw it, because it was something you sort of just showed me, didn't you? It's like, we've done this.
Yeah.
And it was great. So I was really pleased with that, because it could have been terrible. I mean,
it could have been.
I'm well aware of the other stuff you've done.
Yeah. So
naturally quite bad.
I didn't want to say it. It's just occurred to me then that I get all the credit for written directed by Edward Brazil. That's not right, though, is it?
No, because I definitely wrote quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not bitter.
Because essentially it was your idea, wasn't it, the noir film?
I think the very kernel of an idea was that it's just like, I'd love to do a noir film, but there was,
it was such a collaborative.
That's all
experience.
It was. Yeah, absolutely.
It was like, I've worked like that before, probably once with Simon, with Gatto, where it was very much two people's ideas coming together. But this, I don't know, we were just working on this constantly. This is the first time I'd ever used a Google Doc, and
yes,
I loved it. I was sold after that.
It was very good, and it worked very well. Absolutely, and I think it was very much it was always flowing.
Yeah,
I mean, we were always writing. I'd be out on the set, and be like, hang on a minute, what about if we do this instead of this? Very fluid.
We had like the skeleton of the film, and we would set nights for when we would shoot scenes, and I remember like a couple of days before I would write the scene, and we did it.
We did.
Like that.
Yeah, you did. I mean, to be fair to you, obviously you did write a fair chunk of it. I'd say the majority of it. There was just there were a few scenes where we, but
I would say I probably wrote the anchor of the film, and then because there's a lot of improvising in it and everything.
Well, there is.
We both naturally act that way anyway.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who are involved in the film have got a natural inclination to throw the odd bits in here and there.
Exactly. Through a wealth of pantomime acting.
Well, absolutely.
That's not in a derogatory. They act like they're in a pantomime.
That's true.
They do. My hair is majestic.
I love it.
In this,
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it needs to come back.
Well, yes, quite. Sideburns as well, and a waistcoat.
I remember this scene being particularly jovial.
What, to film?
Yeah, I don't know. I think just everyone was just in quite a jolly mood that evening, and there was a lot of laughing takes, which was great. I mean, that was a nice thing about it. There was, I found it quite. I imagine it was perhaps got annoying for you at some points.
There was only one scene that I got tedious for me. Was that one in the garage towards the end?
Yeah, that's understandable.
It's getting late, and I think everyone was tired.
Yeah, and obviously we've been rained off, haven't we? Which helped.
This, I think, was the first thing we shot.
Yes, I think you might be right. Actually, yeah.
And I can remember being very. I had a definite idea of what I wanted when we were doing it, but being very nervous about having that translated. in
Right. Okay.
Like-
Yeah.
onto to film. But I remember there's one line in this, or it's the face you make after you take that drink, and I was like, yeah, this will be funny, it'll be good, because you don't always know with a comedy, do you, when you're shooting it, that it's gonna, or anyone else is gonna find it funny.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And I mean, I'm not sure going into it either whether it was. I honestly can't remember now if it was we intended it to be as comedic as it was.
I don't think there's no jokes in it. There's
No,
no one-liners.
That's the thing. I don't think it was.
I think it's the situation, the characters and the situations are silly. Like this, it's because of your poor eyesight.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that.
There's definitely a lot of them jokes that you'd perhaps on a second viewing pick up on them more.
Yes,
just
exactly.
a lot of little throwaway comments. I mean that's just me being stupid at the end of the day, isn't it? And it just, I mean, it goes on from that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I remember I couldn't use the original audio from that tape.
Oh yes.
Not that any of the original audio is in it.
Is it this here from?
It's from the teaser.
Yeah, from
we
the
did.
teaser
Well, we
shot,
did like a screen test, didn't
Yes.
we?
Yeah. Which was nice. It gave it a lot of atmosphere.
Yeah. But there weren't any like noir style shots in it like
I think that's what we realised halfway through, didn't we? We're not doing the classic noir shots, which was fine because then we had them and it was all right.
Mm.
To get a few extras for that scene, didn't we?
Yeah,
for the
we
rest
did.
of the scene. But that was,
Visually though, again, I love how clean that restaurant scene looks, and just the subtle extras in the background are cool.
I mean, you say you wanted to go for that blacks and whites, and all that. I think the blacks are still very black, which I do think works really well.
Yeah, it's striking. I mean, definitely Simon there. His waistcoat is like
it really stands out, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just like there's that nice contrast there without it being too much.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the lights in the background, but you can't really see a lot else, and that's great. That's just sort of there. Yeah.
Because I mean, this was just shot in my parents' garden. They've got quite a large open area, but because it's so dark, and you just got those lights which suggest.
Yes. Yeah.
Something.
Late
It almost
ambience,
sells it. Yeah. I almost want to dine at this restaurant.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in you that. I thought that we had a talk.
There's some. I mean, it's a very quotable film. I find. I mean, there's Nick's often quoted 8. It's only a word.
Yeah.
But we're often finding if the number 8 comes up, 8.
I would love to go back and check the script because I don't think they're in the script.
No, I don't think it's. I think he was just mirroring, wasn't he? He was mirroring what Zepp's character was saying.
because he was trying to be Italian, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
And look, I mean, that is the thing with this. I often find that there was so much more we could have put in it.
Yeah.
It could have been an hour and a half easily with some backstory of characters in there. I mean, it was never supposed to be half an hour, was it? I mean, it was only supposed to be short.
It's supposed to be a short little project.
Yeah.
Before I made the other film I was planning on doing. The name of this champagne.
I forget what it was.
Turd.
Oh, it's a lovely name, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very expensive.
Yes. Is it part of the Uzo family, or is it?
I believe it's spelled Uzi.
Fantastic,
So, Uze.
Thankfully, it's never written down anywhere for people to see. And
yeah. Anyone who knows that reference will get it. So yeah, there were many layers that we certainly, when we were coming up with the film, that don't make it, but I think are hinted at. But yeah, we could have expanded this completely. I mean, it makes. I would love to see like a feature film version of the Big
God,
Rivalry.
yeah, and I'd have no trouble, coming up with extra story for it. I mean, like I say, we always talk about the characters like, oh yeah, he was that because of this.
Yeah.
But we never address that in the film, so we know it.
No,
but, it's unfortunate that the audience don't really. They know enough to know to get on with the film, but
I think it'd be interesting to do a prequel one day, where you actually see them falling out.
I would be very much up for that. Yeah,
signed on, announced here first.
It's on camera.
The big falling out.
Obviously, this is
the big fallout.
Oh, all right. Stay focused, man. But the continuous clicking of the glasses
Oh,
was
yeah.
supposed to be a little bit silly, wasn't
Each
it?
one changed pitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ting, ting.
And they're just doing silly things like washing up and having a glass of
Yeah.
wine. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah.
It's the little bits like that, I think, that that's obviously where the humour comes from. It's not necessarily the script in itself. The humour's outside of the script, which I think is nice. It's quite good.
Forgot about that.
That's one of them pure genius moments.
Zepp likes that.
It's
He's spoken to me about that previously.
it's a great moment. It's again, not a scripted moment, was it? It was like you did once, got up, and did
just
it
did it in a take.
and that's got to stay.
Luckily, Simon didn't.
He's got a very hard head.
He might not have noticed, but he didn't play on it, or was like, "Well, what are you doing? You ruined the take," or start laughing.
I'm not sure what I'm doing with my keys at that point.
Fumbling. Wait.
This is a very early shoot, wasn't it?
Yes, I want to say it is. Yeah.
I believe it was one of them. Yeah.
What a surprise!
I just think, I mean, again, it's so quite. Careful your own leads. You don't have. I mean, it's great, and that bit where we step into shot together.
Yeah.
I found that hilarious. Just try to time it, but I love how it looks.
Yes.
When they both come in shot together, it's great stuff. I mean, the things you don't notice, like how Lauren's stuck in the car behind.
Yeah.
Or in the outtakes where she falls over.
And the fact that they're on the phone to each other.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, if you've seen the film, you realise why. But, I mean, I don't know, anyone watching it without knowing the story at all, like, do they pick up on that?
Probably not. You see, I think a lot of these things, but they're there to be seen. So again, it's one of them, you watch it a second time and you go like, oh, are they talking to each other, you know?
That bit I just referred, and I'm just looking dead ahead.
Yeah. But I love that we left that in there with no real explanation. You're clearly going to hit a building.
Yeah. But again, this is the silliness. What's that line you say as well? In a sec.
I don't know.
Something flapjack. I don't know.
Oh,
Put your flapjack in.
Put a flapjack in your crackerjack, Jack, or something.
Yeah. Was that written? I think that was written, actually.
Part of it was written, and being me, I had to extend it.
Yeah. It's one of my favourite shots in the film.
It's a great shot.
Don't know why, just the composition's nice.
It's probably because you went to film school. Mentioning that again. No, I know it's a very nice shot. You've got, like you say, you've got elements. You've got the lights in the background and the focus and the characters. Oh no, yeah, it really just works.
Nick looks very photogenic there as well.
He does. He's very surprisingly good for him.
Yeah.
I like the idea that we're looking in two different directions at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking over there, Laura's looking over there, and then But yeah, very modern cars.
Yeah.
That's my old car. It's dead.
Like we say, technology hadn't stopped progressing. It's just the
style
style had.
Quite honestly, I would go out dressed like this tomorrow.
You did recently, didn't you?
Shh. That's not for the audience today.
Right. Won't tell them about that then.
These are great shots as well.
Although
driving with a bright fluorescent light on your lap is not as easy as it might appear.
That doesn't surprise me.
Really takes your vision down.
To get the shot of you following the camera, do you remember I had to lean out the back of Natalie's convertible car?
I do remember. Yeah, that wasn't overly comfortable for yourself.
Massive camera. I was so afraid I was going to drop it.
Yeah.
It was relatively new at the time.
I don't think we went very fast, did we?
No.
Coach it slow. And here's the flapjack. I didn't say the flapjack then, the flashback.
Yeah. The win. I don't know why my theory was it's a flashback. So, the style is in the 80s for McClure.
Yeah,
but
I'm not really sure what I've gone with. It's just slick back hair.
So really, the flashback is looking forward.
Yeah. but that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not linear time. I mean, your look in this is amazing. But the thing is, right? Although it's kind of 80s, it's also very early turn of the century sort of slick hair, pencil thin moustache.
I know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it could work for either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing. If we did a whole like of a film, you know, a prequel film of those two falling out,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be the private detectives because they fell out before that.
No, they were bona fide detectives.
Isn't this them falling out?
Yeah. Oh yes, you see it already. Oh well.
See, that's what happens when you don't watch it for a long time. Or I mean, is that they're falling out? I can't really remember. Yeah, it kind
I
of
think
is.
it is. Oh well, that's ruined our prequel plan.
No prequel, guys. Sorry.
Or maybe the prequel could lead up to that scene, and it's all about their lives before.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or you catch up with them later. When
You see, later on,
PA
we're not wearing these outfits either. We didn't leave ourselves a lot of avenues for expansion on this one, did we? Well, I think very much at the time it was a bit like this should be a self-contained thing.
Yeah.
But there's such a love of the characters.
It's true. So what we're saying is we need a reboot. We've done one, which we're happy with.
Yep.
Now we've got to reboot.
That's
it.
the Hollywood standard.
Yeah, true.
But there is more. I mean, it's obviously, we don't know how long it is since they fell out that they got to this, point.
Yeah.
There's bits. Well, this is commentary about this anyway, not about future projects.
No, that's very true. Come on. Keep it focused, guys.
So obviously now this scene, did we shoot this at the same time? Did we shoot it all at once? Or was this a separate garage part?
I think this is at the same time. Ah.
Honestly, can't remember.
I can't remember either.
No, did we do this afterwards? Because we'd already, having shot in the garage, we had to come back in here to do this.
I think you're right, we had a power cut. There was a power cut and we had to stop. I think we came back later and shot the start.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely, yeah. And obviously this was a lot easier, a lot less people in the garage.
Yeah, and
It was fairly quick to do, wasn't it? It was.
I mean the what I like about that exchange where you got Nick and Simon are very good there as well. I think, and you.
See, I must admit, one of my favourite shots is my reaction shot there.
Yeah.
Because it's very quick and it's that sort of thing that you get in a film like that. Just a sort of oh,
what the?
and it's there and it's gone.
Yes.
And I like that shot. And I love it, so it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Lovely shot.
But yeah, I like that. I do like that where he's just sitting there watching him after shot him. I'm just going to sit around and have a drink now.
Yeah.
Real gangstery stuff. But yes, this whole scene was supposed to be in what at the time was a bit of a construction area
That's right.
in your parents' house, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which
that shot
is there,
from.
yes. Yeah. And I do often wonder how different it would have been had we done it there.
Yeah.
Because it would have had a much, I think, while I'm very happy with the garage scene and how it's turned out, there was something about that construction site scene that gave it a much more of a gangster feel to it.
Yeah.
There was like polythene?
Yeah.
Sheeting everywhere.
Plastic sheet. Well, it's a bit like. Do you remember Lethal Weapon 3? I think, and that kind of takes place in a house build. Well, there's a scene there, not. The
That's right, absolutely.
I had that kind of feel for me, but I think it was the rain that caused us to.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, ultimately it was the rain. It just rained so much on that night, and we'd arranged everyone to be there. It was a bit of a. And we waited a while, didn't we? We were hoping it would stop, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And it was like, we feasibly can't send everyone home now. But at the same time, I don't think we'd have had that shot.
No, it wouldn't have done.
Which is a great shot. So, it's not... It's gained other things. Where it's lost in some stuff, it's gained in others. Which is, it's not a bad thing.
It was a trade-off that gave us positives, I think.
Absolutely.
So.
And at the same time, I mean, like I say, we had a room there for him to come out of. It wasn't out of place. I mean, this could still have easily been a gangster's hideout. You know, some mechanic's garage that they own. You know, a front.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely worked.
Do you remember what Zeb said there? Because we wrote the Italian. He kind of
he
translated it better.
I think he just went. Si me cadende bendi. You know, I don't believe he can talk Italian.
I doubt it.
But you know, that's obviously for him to know. I certainly am going to learn the language to find out.
No.
But no, it was quite good that we just got that little bit of Italian.
Yeah.
Made no risk. I don't think he said anything of any specific. Wasn't it a quote we found?
We found a quote and we were like, oh, it should be that. I don't think it was like a silly quote.
Well, no, I don't think it was overly relevant to the situation.
No,
if I
probably not. I mean, Zepp's very good in this sequence, and especially when he's retelling what's happened.
Yeah, he's got a good intensity to him.
Yeah.
Which is surprising. A lot of I do think I remember a lot of these bits. Didn't we have to, on the fly, think about? Hang a minute, we need this shot. We need to tie it together. There was a little bit of a, we've got to get that. Which obviously is good. You know, you're thinking about these things at the time, and you realise because to go back and do that might have been a bit of a pain.
Yeah. I know certainly the shot and the photograph I would have got much later.
Yes. Yeah.
She didn't take my name.
But it's, it's good. It's really good.
Right.
Aren't a lot of these shots of Nick not actual footage? They're like outtakes where the camera's on. It's quite good, really. It just goes to show that, you know, when the camera's not rolling, he's still not really got much going on.
Well, I think because, like, you would get some genuine kind of just Nick being normal. Because that's in no way Nick can't act normal, but it gives you that very natural...
It does, but it gives that, yeah. I do like that shot. Just slow down a little bit.
Sepp just needs to play some kind of hitman.
Well, some sort of hitman at Christmas, maybe.
Stop it.
Oh, I'm a linking machine. Can you have this come up at the bottom?
Watch next.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then there's a nice somber moment.
That's another bit where he's not paying attention, isn't it? Yeah.
That is. And then I like the fact that we're just like, so do we just leave?
Shuffle away. I mean, it's a little bit silly, isn't it, really? But I like the idea they're just having it's just a quiet moment. Yeah. Minute silence.
Yeah. And where do they come from?
Oh.
The old rush hour taking of the gun then. Ugh.
Yeah, I always think, it was, because this was the twist all along, wasn't it? That they were actually the brains behind the operation. Which, I mean, hold the phone.
Sorry. How many times did it take me there?
It took a few attempts.
That and partner.
But this was late and we were tired.
Oh, delirious.
But it went from that annoying to hilarious to just like tireless. Just oh, come on.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, this was the one time I was a bit like, by the end of it, I was like, that was a chore.
Draining, wasn't it? It was very draining.
Yeah.
And again, I think...
well, we'd been so roller coaster because we changed where it was going to be.
Yeah, so we
were having to think of things on the fly.
It was good.
I forget about the voicer and stuff that we wrote for this, which it's another element that, like, can you imagine it without it now?
Well, no, but at the same time, I don't think it would be as noirish without it.
Yeah.
So I suppose we are a little bit. We're still in our coach, but just a bit more cash.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say we got.
It's the weekend, isn't it?
That's true. That's true. So we can have a sequel.
Monday morning, the Trilbies are back on. Fedora, sorry.
You should get it right.
Oh well, schoolboy error.
Personally, I think if we do a sequel, I think we should be out on our own.
Burn. Yeah.
It could be any number of things. I mean, it's something to think about. Because they are favourite characters of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freeze frame ending, yes.
It's good.
It
And there we
is.
go. We waffled on through that. For a
Well,
while.
yeah.
We
Whether,
didn't talk about it that much.
well,
which is
whether
fine.
that's enjoyable.
See, I got a written and directed by credit there.
There, but not at the start. I don't know what that is.
I imagine it's because Simon did it early on. And
Maybe you didn't know.
yeah, perhaps. I mean, I'm not bitter about it. I hate it. But I mean,
You watched something the other day and there was a Clint Peterson in it.
I did. It was Daredevil on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
And just out of the blue, just like Clint Peterson, I nearly spat my food out. It was amazing.
What?
And I watched the rest. I was like, right, I remember the time. Went back and recorded at the end.
Yeah. James Torselli music.
He did do the music,
Awesome.
and he helped us record at Echo Studios.
That was fun
which
though, wasn't it? Going to.
I believe it's now in ruins. No, I don't know.
That was fun though.
It was
doing
fun. It was a fun couple of days. Took a lot longer than we expected,
Yeah,
didn't we? But
yeah.
it was good fun.
Mm.
Yeah, it's something. It's nice to have done. To have gone and recorded
Yeah, to
studio
say
and done.
you've done it certainly. I remember.
Smoking can seriously damage.
You should listen to that. It's important. How long had we planned on this shot at the end? Was this a last minute thing, or had we always intended?
This came a lot later, didn't it?
Did it?
It's like This is very much a we need our own little production shot.
Yeah.
So let's do this. So this is them. That's the lean at the sequel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming 2016.
Okay. I'll get a script together.
There you go. You heard it first.
Well, thank you for
Been a pleasure.
listening. Yeah.
Signing off.
See you later. Bye.
Milano.
Shall I leave it rolling?
I wish you would. What's deep?